record in 2025 CR 015638 and 2025 CR 01263, State versus Charlie Marquez. Can I have parties re-announce?
Brandon Brady for the state.
Warren Wolf and Mr. Marquez.
And you're Mr. Marquez. All right, we were not on the record, but we did have Mr. Marquez's CPS attorney zoom in. And as an officer of the court, he presented the court and both parties with updates on the CPS case. And according to his rendition, Mr. Marquez is in compliance and that the children are residing with the paternal grandparent. All right. So this is what I want to stress to you. There is a no contact order, and the no contact order is in force. The only exceptions usually for a no contact order is if you are in court. So that is the only contact you can have. And you can pay bills for an apartment that somebody is staying in without having contact. You either send it by check, money order, but you do not need to go to the location. You can pay any type of utilities. And the last time I lived in an apartment, I think sometimes the utilities are included with the payment or it may be separate. But if your name is in the utility bill, you can pay that online. You are not allowed to contact her outside of being in your CPS court hearings. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you do that, you will violate any probation that I give you. And then you're looking at doing time. And when you're looking at doing time, maybe your parents will be able to take care of your children, maybe not. They may end up with their mother. And somebody else, some other man will come in to raise them. Do you understand?
Yes.
Judge, would you be willing to entertain a motion to modify that no contact order?
No.
I just, if that's the solution, I can do that.
Yeah, no. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. Let me see. I'm trying to find your application. Did he apply for deferred adjudication? Just regular? All right. This is what the court is going to do then. End cause number, Odyssey again. 2025 CR 015638. Probation, are you ready? Court is going to is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be CPS compliance. There's to be no contact with the complainant. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's going to be GPS tracking, waive fees. That is to be installed no later than February 10th, 2026 at 3 p.m. This run concurrent with 2025 CR 012673. 2024 CC 737959, 2025 PF 09446, taking consideration 2025 CR 011814, 2025 CC 004665, 2025 CR 011499. There's to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. CPS parenting classes, which they should have ordered, will be acceptable. Probation, is there anything else with regards to that case?
Judge, the only concern that I have was that it was mentioned that he's supposed to have some type of surgery on the 13th, I believe, or the 16th.
That is correct. When is your surgery?
13:30.
All right, so the GPS is to be installed after clearance, after medical clearance.
Nothing else.
Thank you.
All right, and then there's to be the BIPP course.
I think he's already either taken it or enrolled.
All right, he'll need to provide proof of that to probation. And probation, he's currently in a family violence course. That family violence course will be acceptable to the court. And that cause number, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of, state your excuse.
Thank
Thank you. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in that cause number?
Yes. Don't worry.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. We're moving on in cause number 2025 CR 012673. Court is finding you guilty. Court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be installation of GPS, and that will be tracking, waive fees. And that's to be installed after medical clearance. And Adriana,
Yes, sir.
I know you all have to put times in there.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's GPS until further notice.
Yes, sir.
This will run concurrent with 2025 PF 11276. And probation, I believe that cause number is the CR number that we just did. Taking consideration 2025 CR 011814, 2025 CC 004665, 2025 CR 011499. There's to be 200 hours community service restitution. You're going to take the defensive driving class. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else? And I'm sorry, there's a $1,500 fine and that will be probated. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you had a misunderstanding about the no contact order, you now know you're not allowed to have contact with her unless you're in civil court. And what does that mean? That means you're not talking to her in the hallway because she has an attorney, you have an attorney. You are to be in the courtroom. That's it. You are not to go to your other apartment. If that apartment is in your name and you're paying bills and you're being nice and allowing her to live there, you can pay that bill, send it in to the apartment complex. You can pay the utilities online, but you are not to have any contact with her while that protective order is in place. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there anything you do not understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Oh, do I have the cases that were taken in consideration?
I believe Mr. Prager is putting that together.
All right, thank
He
you.
also has a matter in county court 4 I need to,
All right,
deal
thank
with.
you.
and I'll bring him back to deal with probation.
Oh, you may want to let him deal with probation now. Probation would want that. Probation?
Charlie Marquez stood in the courtroom believing the worst was behind him. The CPS updates sounded promising. His children was safe with a paternal grandparent, and he was reportedly in compliance. But the judge wasn't focused on comfort. She was focused on control, consequences, and one dangerous rule, the no contact order. The courtroom atmosphere shifted instantly when the judge leaned forward and made it clear that this wasn't a suggestion, it was law. You are not allowed to contact her outside of court, she warned. The defendant listened quietly, but the tension grew as she explained how even small misunderstandings could become massive probation violations. The judge's voice turned sharper as she laid out the reality. If he contacted the complainant, probation would be revoked. Prison time would become real. And then came the emotional gut punch. Maybe his parents could raise the children, or maybe someone else would. Some other man will come in to raise them, she said, leaving the courtroom stunned. Marquez asked about modifying the order, hoping for relief, but the judge shut it down immediately. No exceptions, no shortcuts, no second chances. Then the verdict landed. The court found him guilty and sentenced him to 8 years in prison, suspended, probated for 8 years, strict reporting, random drug testing, proof of employment within 45 days, no working with minors, CPS compliance mandatory, and most importantly, absolutely no contact with the complainant. To enforce it, GPS tracking was ordered to be installed after medical clearance due to an upcoming surgery. The judge also required parenting classes, family violence courses, and community service, though completion of classes could satisfy some hours. The courtroom wasn't just handing down punishment, it was building a legal cage around the defendant's future. The judge reminded him that because this was a plea bargain agreement, he had waived his right to appeal. The consequences followed him even further. With an affirmative family violence finding, he could no longer possess weapons or ammunition. A second cause number followed, with another guilty finding and another suspended sentence, 8 years probated for 5. More fines, more conditions, more GPS oversight. Finally, the judge delivered the most important warning of all. Communication and obedience would determine whether he stayed free or went to prison. You're not talking in the hallway, you're not going to the apartment, you are not to have any contact, she repeated, ensuring there could be no confusion. Marquez nodded, understanding the stakes at last. The judge wished him luck, but her message was unmistakable. One wrong move, one call, one visit, and the suspended sentence would become prison reality. In this courtroom, instant karma wasn't loud. It was written into every condition of probation, waiting for the next mistake.